Let's try something fun. Close your eyes for just a quick second and imagine you're standing right near the train tracks. You can hear that deep, resonant blast of a diesel horn way off in the distance. You hear the sharp, rhythmic ringing of the crossing bells, and of course, that unmistakable heavy clicking of steel wheels rolling over the rail joints. It's an absolutely incredible sensory experience. Welcome to this explainer on Trackside 101. I am so thrilled to have you here with us today. We are going to be diving headfirst into the fascinating basics of rail fanning. And hey, whether you're just a curious onlooker or you're looking to become a truly dedicated enthusiast, this explainer is built specifically for you. I promise, by the end of this, you are going to see the world of trains in a whole new light.
Okay, let's dive right into our agenda. We're going to start with a quick welcome to rail fanning, move right into passenger rail, then we'll tackle freight rail, learn how to decode those freight train types, and finally wrap things up with some essential trackside safety golden rules.
Welcome to rail fanning. Let's decode that trackside code. The absolute core message I want you to take away, right from the very start, is that there is no single right way to enjoy this hobby. Whether you've been standing trackside for 30 years or you're just pulling over at a level crossing with your kids to watch a horn-blowing diesel roll by, welcome. Today, we're unlocking that trackside code so you know exactly what is passing in front of you.
So, what exactly is a rail fan, anyway? Well, put simply, it's just someone who watches trains. You might love taking photos or shooting videos. Maybe you're super into collecting railroad history. Or hey, maybe you're like me and you love tracking specific locomotive rosters, kind of like checking sports stats. People of literally all ages do this. We're talking toddlers pointing at passing engines, all the way up to retirees. And the best part? Getting started doesn't require some fancy $1,000 camera. All it really takes is a watchful eye and a basic understanding of train types. To really build up your trackside knowledge, we're going to completely transform how you look at the tracks. Instead of just seeing these big metal boxes rolling by, you are going to learn how to actually read the living, breathing network of the railroad. It's like a giant puzzle, and we're putting the pieces together.
Section 2. Passenger rail. Fixed and predictable.
Now, this branch of the rail world exists for one primary reason: to move people. And it scales up based on distance. So at the highest level, you have intercity long-distance trains like Amtrak, which connect the country coast to coast. Zoom in just a little bit, and you hit the suburban workhorses, which are your commuter rail lines. Think NJ Transit, SEPTA, or Metro North. Then, right inside the busy city grid, urban transit takes over. That gives us underground subways and ground-level light rail. Oh, and tucked away for weekend escapes, we've got those amazing tourist and historic preservation lines, like Steamtown, which literally offer a glimpse into living history.
So the crucial takeaway is this major contrast right here. Passenger rail runs on fixed, totally predictable timetables. People obviously need to know exactly when their train is going to arrive, right? Freight rail, on the other hand, is entirely demand-driven. It operates based on the needs of commerce, not the clock. Understanding this basic difference is absolutely key to mentally separating the two halves of the rail world.
Section 3. Freight rail, the backbone of commerce.
Because freight is driven completely by the demands of commerce, the way it operates is categorized entirely by scale. It is this massive, intricately coordinated system that seamlessly shifts from tiny local tracks all the way to huge cross-country arteries.
Let's break this down. Think of it kind of like a giant logistics pyramid. Down at the base are your short lines. These are highly local industrial operators, like the Reading and Northern, that will actually switch cars right at a factory door. They then hand those cars off to the regional carriers. These are your mid-sized lines, like the NYS and W, that bridge the gap. And finally, those regionals feed right into the very top of the pyramid, the Class 1 giants, like CSX and Norfolk Southern, which are hauling those goods thousands of miles across their vast, sprawling networks.
You know what I absolutely love about this? It's the human scale behind all that heavy metal. When you look at a massive Class 1 train, those long-haul crews are traveling hundreds of miles across multiple states, often laying over in distant hotels before they eventually work their way back. But when you spot a short-line locomotive switching cars at a local industry, those specific crews were just working a local shift, usually 12 hours max. They sign on at their home yard, do their job, and they actually get to sleep in their own beds every single night.
Moving into Section 4, Decoding Freight, the Spotting Guide.
Okay, gather round, because here is the most powerful secret in all of rail fanning. A freight car's silhouette is literally never random. It is meticulously and specifically designed for the exact commodity it is transporting. Once you learn what those shapes mean, the train practically whispers its secrets right to you.
Let's decode these right now. If you spot double-stacked shipping containers, bam, you're looking at an intermodal train. This is basically the highway of the rails, packed to the brim with UPS, Amazon boxes, and retail goods. But what if every single car stretching all the way to the horizon looks exactly identical? Well, that is a unit train, and it's dedicated to a massive flow of just one single commodity, like crude oil or coal. Now, if you see a bit of everything, look for a mixed freight train. They drag this cool patchwork of boxcars and hoppers full of general merchandise and raw materials. And what about those towering, solid metal walls rolling by? Those are autoracks. They act like giant, moving garages delivering brand new cars, trucks, and SUVs right to the dealerships.
Section 5. Trackside Safety. The Golden Rules.
Listen, next time you are out at a crossing or hanging around a station practicing your brand new identification skills, you absolutely must follow these 3 golden rules. Number 1, always stay on public property. Never, ever trespass on railroad tracks or their right-of-ways. Seriously, just don't do it. Number 2, keep a safe distance. Trains actually overhang the track by 3 feet or more on each side, so if you are close to the rail, you are in the danger zone. And number 3, expect a train on any track, in any direction, at literally any time. Because freight trains don't run on a set schedule, they can pop up when you least expect it. And trust me, they can be deceptively quiet until they are right on top of you. So stay alert and stay safe out there.
To wrap up our explainer for today, I want to leave you with a question to mull over. What was the very first train you ever spotted that actually hooked you into rail fanning? Or, hey, if today is day 1 for you, what train do you hope to see first? Think about it and keep those eyes open. In our next explainer, we're going to be exploring scanner basics and diving into some really specific locomotive models. Until then, respect the tracks, enjoy the massive machinery, and happy spotting.